Hi guys, so another year has passed and it is the time of year again when I need to braid my hair, I need to put on my dirndl, which is this traditional German dress, and go to Oktoberfest. As you well know, Oktoberfest is a German beer fest and I'm going to go there this year again with friends. We're going to have a few beers, of course, and then we're going to come home quite safe and sound. While I'm there, I'm going to wear this dress because all the girls have one here in Germany and I think it's just beautiful, the custom, the colors of them and the designs also. I just love the whole thing. So I only filmed this makeup look because I'm not so good at braiding, but many girls are, and they have tutorials here on YouTube on how to braid in Dutch style, which is this one I did. So now let's jump right into the makeup look, into the tutorial, and I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to start this makeup look with the eyes as always actually, and first I'm going to prime my eyelids so that the makeup is going to stay put. I'm using here a paint pot from MAC in soft ochre. For the inner corner eyeshadows, I'm going to put a fine layer of concealer, and this one is the Pro Conceal Concealer in Porcelain from LA Girl. Of course, I'm going to come back with concealer in that area a bit later when I'm finished with the eyes, but first I just wanted something there so that I have a nice base to work on. Also, this mini sponge is from Real Techniques. Then I always like to set my base with a transparent powder or with a bone colored eyeshadow. It really doesn't matter, but it's important that the surface, it's matte. And now when I'm going to put my eyeshadows on top of this base, they are not going to stick onto any certain areas. They're going to glide on like a dream and I'm going to be able to blend them out really nicely. For my eyebrows, I took the Drawing Eyebrow Pencil in the shade 4 from Etude House. And after that, I perfected the brow shape by using the same concealer from LA Girl and a flat brush. To set them into place, I'm using here a Bobbi Brown brow gel in transparent. My crease eyeshadow is from MAC, it's a favorite from mine and it's called Soft Brown. I'm using here a 221 Zoeva brush as well, which is a soft crease brush. Then for the rest of my look, I'm taking a Color Fever eyeshadow palette in the shade 2 from Kiko. And first I'm taking that eyeshadow, which is like very dark plummy one, and I'm putting that on the outer part of the eye. Here I'm using a 225, another blending brush from Zoeva, but the bristles are shorter, which makes it more stiff, and you're going to be able to place the color where you want it more compact, and it's also going to diffuse the edges, but not so much as the first one. Here I took the same concealer from LA Girl on the back of my hand and I'm doing that half cut crease look, and I also took a brush that has the bristles very flat and stiff. Now I'm setting that area using the same eyeshadow from Art Deco from the beginning, and this brush is from Zoeva as well. It's a shader brush. Over that edge that the concealer left behind, I am taking that plummy shade once again, and I'm using tapping motions with the same 225 from Zoeva. I'm being very careful here, I just want to create a nice gradient from very light to dark. I'm using then the lightest eyeshadow from the palette, which is a champagne-y sparkly one, and I'm putting this on the inner part of the eye. The black from the palette is matte and I'm applying it only on the outer part of the eye to create even more drama there, and this brush is a 36E from Sephora. The line I'm using is from MAC, also a very dark plummy shade, and it's called Dark Diversion. Nylon from MAC is going to be the inner corner highlighter, also underneath the brows as well, and the brush is a 208 from Kiko. For the top lashes I used the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara in black, which is a really nice one. So after doing that, I got to apply my false lashes, which are from the House of Lashes in Allura Light. Big fan of those. I love how they look on my eyes, and I'm doing now my trick. I am curling them before applying them, and this is going to prevent the over curling. This is how it's looking. And now I'm moving on to the base. I'm going to come back to the eyes later, just as always, you know my drill. And I'm applying here a face primer from NYX, the Pore Filler. This is an expert brush from Real Techniques. It's for foundation, but I'm applying my face primer with it as well. The idea behind it is that the brush is going to have some of the product in it when I'm applying my foundation, so that's going to make it last even more. By the way, foundation, the one I'm using is from L'Oreal, the Indefectible in the shade 220 Sand. Then for concealing and also brightening the center of my face, I'm using the same Pro Conceal Concealer from LA Girl in Porcelain. And this goes underneath the eyes and down my nose, on my forehead and chin. To set my whole base, I'm using the RCMA No Color Loose Powder and also the brush I've used in my last tutorial, and I loved it so much. It's very dense and it packs on color very good, and it goes into small around the nose. To set the rest of my face, I'm using an angled face brush from Kiko. And if I started with Kiko, I'm not continuing with it, and I'm using here a Sunproof Powder Foundation in the shade Medium as my bronzer. I'm slightly obsessed with the shade at the moment because it's more neutral, it's not very orangey, which sometimes I like, sometimes I don't. I like it more when I'm bronzy. Now, because I'm not so much, I like it more neutral, and I think it goes really well with my skin tone. I fell again in love with the NYX powder blush in Taupe, and I'm using it to contour my cheekbones. For this step and also for the nose contour, I'm using the Ziva contouring brush. But for the nose, I took the powder foundation from Kiko and not this contouring powder from NYX because it's too grey. The blush I've used next is also from NYX, it's in Angel. My highlighter is from Laura Geller in Gilded Honey, and I'm applying it with a fan brush from Ziva. Along the lower lash line, I went quite heavily with Handwritten, also from MAC, and it's a matte eyeshadow. The brush I'm using here, it's a pencil one from Ziva as well. Afterwards, I went with the soft brown on the lower part of that Handwritten because I wanted it to be more soft and diffused and more smoky looking. Afterwards, I used the Manhattan Endless Day waterproof gel eyeliner in a flesh color. The MAC Extended Play Giga Black waterproof mascara I'm always using for the bottom lashes because it's really waterproof. For the lips, I went with a perfect autumn color from Kiko. It's the Ace of Diamond lipstick in the shade 27. And after applying the lipstick, the look is completed. So everyone, I hope you liked my Oktoberfest makeup look. As always, if you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and follow me on social media as well. I am on Instagram, on Facebook and on Vero. That is new. So I'm going to catch you in my next tutorial. Bye, stay safe.